is an upcoming class, and I'm going to zoom in a little bit and I'm going to tell you all about it. This class features the flowers for every season. It's an online class, and the best part is you don't need a specific stamp set in order to take this class. And the flowers for every season, that is one of our suites. It's the very first suite in our annual catalog. And so I'm going to show you the cards. There are 10 of them, and you get the card bases. So the card base comes with this little dotted area. And again, there are 10 of them, and we're using the Memories and More card pack. And here is another one. Again, any stamp set will do. It's going to be online, and it will broadcast privately at the end of August. So I'm going to give you the date on that shortly. So here's another one. Here's one, Winter Wishes. You will have a few Memories and More cards left over so that you can create more cards. But this package comes with these 10 card bases in the 5 new in colors. And you may have noticed some embellishments here. And so with this class, you do receive a half a package of the in color enamel dots. You also get 10 card bases, and you get a full package of the Memories and More's card pack, okay? And the other nice thing about this card pack is it comes with coordinating envelopes in all 5 new in colors. All right, so it's a package of card bases, 10, and the 10 coordinating envelopes. You get a package of the Memories and More's cards, and a half a package of the enamel dots, okay? So let me share the details here. All right, so the details are the deadline to register for this upcoming card class is Sunday, August 2nd, okay? So you've got about another week and a half, okay, for signing up. The class fee is $32.50. I'm sorry, I forgot to add that here. Yes, Mary Kay, excellent question. If you cannot make the online class, that is okay because it's recorded and you'll be able to go back and watch the replay. So you don't have to be available for the class, which is going to be Thursday, August 20th, okay? So, deadline to register, Sunday, August 2nd. Card kits begin shipping, and this is for my online customers. If you're a local customer, you won't pay the shipping fee because I won't be shipping to you. Shipping is running $7.50. It's priority mail, and you'll have it in 2 to 3 days, and they'll begin shipping Friday, August 14th. Then, prior to Thursday, August 20th, you'll receive an email from me, and it will tell you, it will give you the URL address and where we're broadcasting the class, okay? And then if you're unable to attend the online class, which is fine, you can watch it later. And it doesn't require a specific stamp set, okay? All right, I'm going to go back through comments. By the way, more pictures, more details under Facebook events. And you can also find it on this blog post dated July 20th, which I believe was Monday. And this right here, everyone, is my blog address. So if you type this in and go to July 20th, you're going to see close-up pictures and all the details for joining. Plus, PayPal buttons are right there. okay? And you choose the PayPal button that works for you. You'll either just purchase the kit or you'll purchase the kit and pay shipping, okay? So there are two different PayPal buttons, okay? So this is the front cover of our new holiday catalog. I am not allowed to show you what's inside yet. I have to wait until I have to wait until August 4th. I can't believe I just said April, but August 4th, we can look inside the book together, okay? Now, if you're new to Be Creative Stamping Tonight and you want a holiday catalog, let me know. I would love to send you one, all right? So let me know about that. Okay, we're gonna talk shares, holiday shares, okay? Don't panic, okay? Because we're not ordering them right now. We're just gonna reserve them, okay? We can only reserve, I cannot take payment for holiday shares, okay? So let's just talk about them. We've got a couple of weeks, okay? But I wanted to go ahead and get the shares moving. All right, so this is our holiday share. And it's a little hard to see because they're already in the acetate boxes. But ladies, we've got a ton of ribbon in this mini catalog, okay? So for those of you who have your catalog, can you believe it? I mean, we have a ton of ribbon in this new book. All right, so let me tell you a little bit about the ribbon. There are 32.5 yards of this ribbon in the ribbon share, all right? So that's 2.5 yards of each ribbon. So I'll turn it over to the back and you can see it a little bit better. These two are a combo pack. I'm so sorry about that light. This is braided trim. This is mossy meadow, diagonal stripe. This is a real red satin. And look at this yummy ribbon, nice and wide. I believe it's shaded spruce. And with this wide ribbon, you also get this. It's a combo pack. And so as part of the ribbon share, it's going to be 2.5 yards of this ribbon and 5 yards of the cording. Now, I don't know about y'all, but I love the gold cording because it's great for making Christmas ornaments and embellishing with poinsettia flowers and stuff, okay? All right. Let's see. Carol, your ribbon share from the annual book, I believe I have it with your order, okay? So I'll check later to be sure, all right? Okay, so that's one package of holiday ribbon. This is more holiday ribbon. So by the way, both of these come together, okay? So in this one, you've got Snowflake Splendor, okay? It's like a sheer ribbon. And then these two, the basket weave and the metallic ribbon, they're a combo pack. Then there's embroidered ribbon and metallic metal, I think is what they, mesh, metallic mesh. So it's 2.5 yards of each one. 2.5 yards of each one here, and then 5 yards of cording, okay? Now, this makes this 32.5 yards of ribbon for $25.50. Now, I did a little math today, okay? Not my favorite thing to do, but I have been counting and counting to make sure that my math is correct. And ladies, that's 78 cents for 1 yard of ribbon. Now, if you were to go to a big box store, and you know how they have those big barrels with ribbon in it, those tiny little spools of ribbon, and they're 99 cents? They have less than a yard on those little spools at the big box stores. So this is 78 cents a yard. So this is a deal, okay? Now, the deadline to reserve your shares is Sunday, August 9th. So we've got some time, okay? Don't panic and think that, we're doing this next week, okay? So deadline to order is going to be Sunday, August 9th. More details on my blog tomorrow. The shares will begin shipping to online customers the week of September 7th. So that gives me August to order, to cut and wrap, and then ship on September 7th. So don't panic and feel like you've got holiday ribbon coming in August, okay? It will be September, and you'll probably get it by the end of this week. This is a Tuesday. All right, so that's ribbon. Are y'all still with me? I can't believe I'm talking holiday ribbon. I absolutely cannot. All right. Now, the next share is paper, okay? So let me get my notes regarding the paper share. Okay, and I'm going to show it to you, okay? Check this out. This is the paper share for the holiday catalog. I can't believe how thick it is. This is 206 sheets of 6 by 6. So it's a sampling of everything in the holiday catalog, okay? Now let me tell you something about my paper shares, and I don't know if other demonstrators do this or not, but I feel strongly when you get your paper and you use it and then you're wondering, hey, what did I use? I want you to be able to look at your paper and say, okay, that was heartwarming hugs. I used every piece of it. It's item number. It costs this much for a full package. It's on page 9 in the mini, and it gives me a description, and then it tells me all the coordinating colors for this heartwarming hugs, okay? And so I like to do that. I use them as dividers, and they go between each stack of paper, okay? So I'm just gonna, there's so much to show, and I know that most of you have your holiday book now, so I'm just gonna flip, okay? So you can just get a quick look at heartwarming. So let me flip that over. Then we go into Poinsettia Place, okay? Look at those pine cones, isn't this beautiful? The poinsettias, all the different papers for that. Love this piece. Then I even included the specialty papers, so I'll go a little slower with specialty papers. This has felt on it, and what is it called? Let's see. It's called the Plush Poinsettia Specialty Paper. You're going to get 2 sheets of this design, so it's basically 2 sheets of each one. Look at the beautiful holly. I mean, this stuff is yummy. The poinsettias here, aren't they beautiful? I can't wait to start creating with that. Brightly Gleaming, this is a returning favorite, so I did include a little bit more of that. Okay, so you have a sampling from that pack. Then we have red and green foil. So you'll get 2 sheets of red foil. You're going to get 2 sheets of green. Isn't this awesome? It's so pretty. All right, Trimming the Town is the next one. So we'll just kind of flip through here. I wish I had all night to show you these. Here are the little houses. It's got a coordinating stamp set. And then there's the back. Look how cute this is. And Misty Moonlight is featured. I know, isn't this pretty? It really actually gets me really excited. This is a cool paper because what you may not realize is, well, first of all, it's got all our languages on it since we're a global company, but you can trim these words and use them on a card. And then there's the reefs. Look at this. It's just awesome. All right, the next one, okay, this is super cool, and I can't wait to start doing stuff with this. It's called Festive Felt. Now, these are felt sheets, okay? So you're gonna get 1 of each color, and this is just jade. And then there's Whisper White. I know, Nancy, we are in trouble. We're so in trouble with all this beautiful stuff. Early Espresso. And this is Real Red. Now, you're probably going, what am I going to do with those felt sheets? Well, I will be showing you in the months ahead. This would be great. In the very front of the catalog, there is a whole coffee suite. And this felt would be awesome for wrapping around the cups. So I can't wait to start working with that. All right, this is Wonder of the Season. Now this stuff, this has gold foil in it. Hang on, I'm trying to separate my things here. Look at this, gold foil. This is such a beautiful suite. Look at the recipes on the cards. It's just the coolest. And it looks like it's in different languages. Isn't that pretty? And it's in the gold and the red foil, all right? Nancy says, I've already finished my Christmas cards for this year, but we'll use them for special people. Absolutely. Hello, Liz. Hi, Sherry. Okay, this is 'Tis the Season, okay? All right, so hang tight. All right, you get 48 sheets of this one, okay? So check out the Darling Candy Canes. And then we've got mistletoe on the back. We've got designs. There's more mistletoe. Look at this. Candy canes, trees, holly, all this stuff. It's just beautiful. So you get, how many did I say? 20. Let's see. You get 24 sheets of this, okay? All right, the next one is Told Tidings, and this is gonna look familiar because it's a returning favorite, all right? So I won't even go into that one, but yes, Garden Green, Real Red, all those goodies, okay? Full pack of that. Snowflake Splendor. So here we are. Okay, so there's the snowflakes. Look at that. I know I'm loving the recipe paper, absolutely. Look at all the different snowflakes and the different colors. I know Balmy Blue is in it and Pool Party, super pretty. Here's Balmy Blue Glimmer paper, and so you're going to get 2 of these sheets. And you know what I love about our glimmer paper? It doesn't get everywhere like glitter. So isn't that pretty? Now this feels like frost. This is also going to look familiar to you because it is a returning favorite, and you will receive 24 sheets of this. It's foil on one side, and then of course you've got photographs on the other, okay? All right. Now this is fall paper coming up. So we'll start working with this first. And it's called Gilded Autumn. Look at this with the gold in it. And there's the back of it. It's so pretty. It's got Cajun Craze in it, and I think mint macaron. And this is Cajun right here. Look at that with the acorns and the leaves. And then we have stripes. And then we've got these leaves right here with the mint macaron, houndstooth pattern on the back, and then pumpkins. Now tell me that's not going to be fun to play with. All right, this is really cool. It's called Brushed Metallic Cardstock. And so you're going to get 2 sheets of bronze, copper and gold. So this is copper, and I think this is the gold. All right, isn't that pretty? Magic in the Night, this is Halloween. All right, so what I kind of like about this one is, and I'm actually just gonna flip through here, hang on. What I like about this paper is you can use this for other than Halloween because look at the design on it. It doesn't necessarily mean Halloween. It has flowers on it. Look at those bats, spider webs. Look how pretty that is. Black glitter. All right, so you're going to get 2 pieces of the black glitter, okay? Again, it doesn't get on everything. Plaid tidings. You'll have 24 sheets of plaid tidings. We are getting to the bottom. So look at the plaid, and I'm just going to flip through. Okay. Isn't that awesome? So that's fall and winter. And then you're going to get 2 sheets of red velvet, okay? Now, ladies, we just went through 206 sheets of designer paper, okay? They will come in a box, so that'll be easy storing for you. And it does come with the dividers, which I think are a huge help. So let me tell you a little bit about the designer paper. It's $71.50. It's 206 sheets. So it's 35 cents a sheet. That's just a little bit of math for you. And if you decide that you want both the ribbon and the designer paper share, it's $97 plus shipping if I need to ship to your home. And shipping will vary for this one, but it's usually between $7 and $10 priority mail, okay? These are the advantages to having a share, because for those people who are new to Stampin' Up, they're like, well, why would I want to share? First of all, it's a sampling of every ribbon and paper in the entire catalog. You've got the reference dividers for each paper pack. It's a great way to store your paper because it's already in a box. And also with your ribbon, you've got labels with the name of the ribbon and the item number for easy ordering. For example, let's say you use 2 of these ribbons and you love it, then you've got your name and item number right there to reorder, okay? So that's the designer paper share. Now remember, sending it my way. And now I'm going to show you what we're making tonight. This is a pocket card. So that pocket comes completely out, ladies. And this is a great place to put a gift card. So you're going to learn how to make that tonight. If you want to grab pencil and paper to write down measurements, we'll definitely go over that. All right. And then I have another card with a pop of garden green on it. And so we're going to be creating this card tonight as well. So I'm going to give you a couple of seconds to look at that. I'm just going to grab a sip of water. Okay. All right. And I'm going to move some stuff out of my workspace here. Okay, and we're going to be ready to get started. Are you ready? Now, this is our second week with the Boho Indigo Suite. And I decided to focus on 2 weeks of this because I could actually spend the whole month on it. I really could. I wish I could. There's just so many other things to get to. So on page 9, in case you weren't with us last Wednesday night, we created some cards with this set, and here is the kit, okay? And so with the kit, you get the stamp set, you get the dies, you get ribbon, you just get everything you need to create cards with this set. And then if you use up all the designer paper in the kit, this is the, actually it doesn't show the refill kit, but the refill kit includes designer paper and die cuts and 40 paper flowers. Okay, so that's what we're going to be working with tonight. And I'll show you some of those supplies up close. Let's see here. This is the stamp set right here. And in case you haven't had a chance, you can pick up these reference tools over on my blog. So if you look right here, this is my blog address, and it has pictures of all of these cards, the measurements, and these reference tools, okay? So this is the Boho Indigo paper. This is what comes in the kit, and the paper is 6 by 6, okay? And then these are the dies that are included in this kit as well, all right? So some of the items you can stamp and cut out, and others are just dies that you can use, okay? So that's that, and then I'll show you the ribbon. You're gonna get to see this up close tonight. We're gonna use it, and this is kind of the gold ribbon. We're actually gonna use both of these ribbons tonight. I think you get 10 yards of each ribbon. That's a lot of ribbon, ladies. It really is, all right? So that's the gold and very vanilla ribbon. And then, of course, we've got paper flowers, and they come in 2 sizes. Okay, so a small and then like a medium size. And you can color these any color you want. And then you get all of these die cut shapes, and I have popped them all out, and I have put them in a clear envelope, okay? So, and that's how I stored these, and then I put the label up here because the die cuts were falling out of the sheets, and so I needed to do something, all right? I love it, Toddy. Toddy wants the first card. All right. So yeah, we're gonna get started. Let's move this one out of the way. I'm gonna move the envelope out of the way as well and get some of this stuff out. And I've put all my card pieces in this package, all right? And then here's our envelope. Remind me, and we'll stamp the envelope tonight, okay? Don't let me forget about that. This is an interesting card. It is actually flat. So here are my measurements that I'm gonna share with you, but this is a flat card. It does not open, okay? And then it's called a pocket card. This pocket comes out, okay? So get ready for some measurements. Thank you for sharing. Okay, so we are going to start with a sheet of Night of Navy, all right? Hi, Denise, welcome. It is 4 1/4 inches by 5 1/2 inches, all right? So it's the same size as a card base would be, but remember, this one doesn't open, okay? So that's Night of Navy. Thank you, Mary Kay, I'm so glad you like it. Now we're going to talk about the gold foil. So your gold foil measurement is going to be 4 1/8, okay? And then the length of this is 5 3/8, okay? Now this becomes the very next layer. So let's go ahead and we'll get this layer done. I'm going to use my Stampin' Seal here. I'm just going to run this down the sides. And I always turn my card to the side to add a layer and to kind of center. All right, and this has got about 1/8 of an inch all the way around. Okay? Thank you, Pam. Gosh, ladies, I'm so glad you like it. I love the Boho Suite. I want to spend the rest of the month on it. I really do. I really like it. All right, we're going to change up designer paper. Okay, I always think that's fun to do. So now this is the original, and now I'm going to try this one. Okay, so let me give you the measurement for your designer paper. It is measuring 4 inches by 5 1/4 inches. Okay. And then we're gonna add, let's see, do I want this color? Yep, I'm gonna go with the opposite side there, the navy. All right. And then we're going to add this layer and center, and you're going to notice there's about 1/8 of an inch all the way around that one too. Okay, so that is the first part of your card. Now you're going to take another piece that measures the very same thing. So you actually want 2 of these, okay? And then you'll put this in your trimmer, your paper trimmer, and you want to score this at 1 3/4 inches, okay? And so after you score that at the 1 3/4 inches, it folds over like that, okay? Now, we're gonna wanna go ahead and get our ribbon on. I really don't wanna forget about that. I'm putting a snippet of the Stampin' Seal there just to hold that down, okay? All right, so we're gonna add ribbon here. Now, probably in hindsight, I probably should have attached this and this layer and wrap the ribbon around. I'll show you what I mean. Actually, I didn't do it on this one either. Okay, so either way. All right, so we're gonna add this ribbon first, okay? All right, and someone told me last week that they really liked the way I showed them how I tied this knot. So I'm gonna show you all again. Hopefully it'll be helpful. I'm just gonna wrap this around the designer paper, and I'm gonna loop this like I'm about to tie my shoe, okay? And then my ribbon up here, let's pretend this is a clock. This is 12 o'clock, and this is 6 o'clock, okay? So 6 o'clock has to wrap around 12 o'clock. And then it goes through the hole. And then when I go to pull on this to make it a knot, I'm really tugging on the top, okay? Don't worry so much about the bottom, just tug on the top, okay? And then you'll get that square knot right there, all right? I'm gonna go ahead and zoom in a little bit. All right, and now we're go ahead and we're gonna cut our ribbon. I'm gonna cut it on the diagonal, and I'm gonna make this a little shorter. Okay, and this is that very vanilla gold ribbon that's in the kit, okay? I know I love every sheet of this paper, I really do. All right, so the next thing we're going to do is, because I have this card coming out and I'm tugging on the card a lot, I want to make this super strong. And I would use the stronger Stampin' Seal, but it's pretty wide. And I just want some thin adhesive around here so that that card will actually fit in this pocket. And so we're actually going to use tear and tape for this, because I can get this super close to the edge, and I want to make sure that I can get that card in the pocket. Okay, remember, this becomes a pocket. So I'm going to do the same over here, getting really close to the edge. You could take any of your designer papers and make this pocket card. Now remember, this is the top, so I don't want adhesive across the top because then I can't get the card inside. Again, I'm running it along the bottom, getting super close to the edge. All right? Okay, so now we're done with tear and tape. I could have used Stampin' Seal, but it's wider than 1/4 inch. It's probably more of a 1/2 inch. And I just didn't want to take up a lot of space. So now we're ready to just peel this off. Okay, and you can use your take your pick tool, or you can use your paper snips. All right, and then one more piece right here. And then we're just gonna line this up with the other designer paper and then adhere. Okay, and now I've got the pocket. Okay, so that is how you make that little pocket right there. All right, let's go ahead and we'll make the card that goes inside. I'm going to be using one of the flowers from the die cut pieces. And then I'm actually using Misty Moonlight instead of Night of Navy. So let's measure this outer part of the card. This is 3 inches. And this is 4.5 inches. Okay. Hello, Kathy. Glad to have you, even if it's late. We do not mind. Now your very vanilla piece is going to get layered here. So let's measure this one. 2 7/8 by 4 3/8. Okay. And let's see. Now, if this inspires you to make a pocket card, okay, I want you to send me a picture. I would absolutely love to see it, especially in different designer papers. All right, we're going to center this, and we've got 1/8 inch all the way around again. And then we've got this little snippet of leftover designer paper. So this one's going to be 2 7/8. I know, it's a really nice set, Linda. It really is. Okay, and this is about 3/4 inch, okay? All right, so we're gonna put some seal here. All right, and be sure that you get adhesive on the ends, and I'll show you why in just a second. Don't let me forget. You definitely want it on the edges. And this just lines up with that very vanilla cardstock, okay? Now the reason you want to be sure you get your edges is because if you don't, look what happens to your designer paper. It will peel back, okay? So that's why you want to make sure you get adhesive on this designer paper here in these corners, okay? All right, and then we'll add the flower. Oh, here it is. And I'm going to use our stronger Stampin' Seal. And I'm gonna run it across the bottom of that flower. This flower is in the kit. And then I can attach it to the paper, just like that. And then let's see if it, oh, I switched them around, didn't I? Let's put that one back there. And then it looks like this is gonna fit fine. And then we have our little pocket. Now, you can write a little note or you can stamp a verse. And you can also put a gift card going this way if you want. Okay, a gift card will fit on this card, and just use some glue dots on the back of the gift card, okay? Hello, Bess, welcome. Good to have you this evening. All right, so now we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna add the larger flower. This is a die cut, and you do get a couple of these as well in the kit. And let's see, I'm just gonna go ahead and put dimensionals here and here. Okay, and my flower is actually going to be attached to the dimensionals, and I'll do it about right there, okay? And then I'm going to add some of this, I call this greenery. I really don't know if that's what it is. I'm going to trim off some of that at the bottom, and then I'm going to use a glue dot. Okay, so my glue dot is there on the bottom, and I'm just gonna slide this in here, okay, and then I've got that little bit of greenery right there, even though it's not green, right? Oh, thanks, Thanks, Liz. I'm so glad you like it. We need to do it with our Christmas paper. I think it would be absolutely beautiful with some of the Christmas paper. All right, now this one we're gonna tuck in here too. It gets hard once you get those dimensionals in there. So I may put this in a totally different place. I think I will. So on this card, look what I did. I did it in 2 different places. And on this card, I did it in the same area. And honestly, I think I like it in the same area. So hang tight. Let's see if I can get this out. All right, I broke it a little bit, but hang tight. We're gonna fix it with just a glue dot there. And there we go. I put it back there. I think I like that better. Okay, so that is there. And then I'm gonna take one of these felt flowers, and I'm gonna take the larger one. Now remember, these are very easy to color, and we did color one last week, okay? And we used our Stampin' Blend to do the coloring, and we used the light Night of Navy, and you can also do Misty Moonlight if you want. You can do any color you want. So this should have glue on the back now, and I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna add one of the flowers there with a glue dot, okay? So yeah, somebody's taking this home tonight, just saying. Okay, so here's the banner we're gonna use, and gosh, with this set, you get all kinds of die-cut banners, different sizes, everything. Nancy, you're right. This would be perfect with Christmas paper and for gift cards. We just might have to do one of those. Now that we have the measurements right, and I'm gonna give you the measurements again on Friday in my blog post, all right? So I think again, I'll do Such Happy News, and I'm inking this in Night of Navy, and I'm just gonna stamp it right across that banner. Okay, and there it is. And then I'm gonna pop this up. So here are the dimensionals right here. And I'm peeling the paper off. So we had a storm earlier this evening, right at dinner time. And my husband, Tom, says, you know, you may not have very good reception tonight with all these storms we're expecting tonight. And I looked at him like he was crazy. I'm like, you don't ever tell me that when I have a Facebook Live, okay? I always have to have good cable connection, internet connection, okay? Don't ever tell me it's not gonna be good when I have Facebook Live. That's just something you don't mention. All right, let's go ahead and stamp the envelope. And so when it comes in the mail to someone, let me get my stamp pad. You're gonna have a stamped envelope, all right? And I'm gonna put it about right here. I love this vase. And look how this vase matches this paper here. Isn't that pretty? And we're gonna add some greenery. Let me close this ink. I'm so glad you all like this card. I really am. You know me, I was second guessing myself today. All right, and then we're gonna add that greenery. I'm putting it right on top of that vase. All right, and that is the front of our envelope right there. Isn't that awesome? All right, so this is gonna go home with someone this evening. So if you're watching and you haven't commented this evening, do so, because your comment puts you into the drawing, okay? So it's really important to comment. All right, well, I'm gonna move us on to our I'm gonna demonstrate something, okay? Let me do a demonstration. Yeah, Kathy, I'm glad you mentioned the pad. The pads are good with photopolymer stamp sets because their photopolymer stamps don't have rubber on them, so there's no cushioning. And so this pad is $5, and Stampin' Up had thought about retiring this pad, and I think enough of us demonstrators spoke up, and it's coming back. So I don't think it's in the annual catalog, but it's going to be in the online store. Okay, and it's like $5, something like that. All right. I'm so glad everybody likes that card. Thank you. All right, I do want to demonstrate something for you. This card right here is not my idea. All right, this came from another demonstrator. I found it on Pinterest, and of course, I did not write her name down. But this is what I want to show you about this card. If you look at this pop of garden green, look at this little stamped image here, all right? So let me show you how to do that, okay? And by the way, this card will be on my blog Friday with measurements, all right? And all the details for that. And you see how I colored the flowers there? All right, I'm gonna zoom in so you can really see me stamp this. So here's the strip. And this strip, I'll measure it for you. Of course, it's 4 1/4. And it's a 1/2 inch, okay? And I'm gonna show you how I stamp that. So I'm gonna need my garden green. And I need this little piece right here. And it's part of the stamp set, by the way. Let me just grab a sip of water. I know blue is such an awesome color. The blue is very calming, very calming color. So, and the green I'm using tonight is garden green, okay? But you could do just jade and it would look very pretty. All right, so with this little stamp, I'm just kind of stamping on the end and stamping in the center, okay? And then I'm gonna go back over here and I'm gonna stamp this center, excuse me, this side, the left side in the center. And see, creating this card, I already know that the middle's gonna be covered up, okay? So I'm not too worried what happens when I get to the middle, okay? I know the Pinterest card is beautiful and I really should have written down the demonstrator's name. All right, so now see how I'm adding to it? Okay, now I'm not standing over this stamp, so it's a little bit more difficult here. Okay, so now I've got 2. And now I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna put a 3rd. And again, it's hard because I'm not standing right over it, okay? And then I could stamp 2 more or I could stamp 1 in the center. So I'm doing 1 in the center. And remember me saying I didn't really care what happened in the middle because no one was gonna see it, okay? I just wanna make sure that my ends look good. And so that's what you can do with that little teeny stamped image that's part of this stamp set. I think sometimes with the stamp sets, we're not sure what to do with some of the images. So even though we're not making a card with it, I just wanted to show you that that's something that you can do with it, okay? And you'll see how I emboss this card. What is the name of that stamp set? It was from, it's from Tasteful Textures, that whole suite. And then this is Stitch Nested Dies. These are the felt flowers. These are actually colored, by the way. I'm trying to remember. I think this might be Misty Moonlight and this one's Night of Navy. So the shades are super close. Night of Navy here and then the garden green, just like I did on the envelope, okay? So yeah, remember that tip and now you can use it, okay? You could even do a color combination of Melon Mambo instead of garden green. You could do Melon Mambo going across that bright pop of pink, okay? And you could have some pink flowers up here. All right, so that's just another idea for you, all right? Okay, So this is another one, just another fun card. And I want to show you where the inspiration came from for this one, okay? I am just like all crooked here. I'm going to go ahead and zoom out a bit. All right, well, I think I'm zooming out a bit. Let's see. Okay. All right. Oh, hi, Virginia. Welcome. Welcome, welcome. Okay, inspiration for this second card. Here it is. It was the gold pizza box, and that was my inspiration. So even though you see a 3D item, you can make it a card, or you could take a card idea and put it on a 3D item. Oh, thank you, Laura. It was Leanne. Yes, Leanne at Flower Bugs Ink Spot. Gosh, thank you so much. I don't know if you just found it or if you saw the card earlier. But yeah, that was Leanne's card, and I really, really do like it. Okay, so let's go ahead, and I'm going to give you some measurements for this card as well. All of these green pieces here are just die cuts that came in the kit. This here is another die cut, and I did a little stamping, all right? So let's start with the stamping. We're gonna get that out of the way, and you're gonna need just a small little piece of Very Vanilla. And we're gonna stamp these two flowers, this one and this one. And we're gonna use Night of Navy. Okay, I should have used my pad. I'll go ahead and stamp another one. And by the way, you know our tiny little dies, sometimes they love to move around on the magnetic platform. And so if you think about it, stamp an extra flower. And that way, if the die slips, you still have another flower that you can cut out, okay? So these do get cut out with the die, and I have taken the time to do that, okay? So we don't have to worry about that. Now we're going to pull out our Very Vanilla cardstock base. And this is 5.5 inches by 8.5 inches. And then you're gonna score at 4 1/4, all right? So it's a standard card base. Nothing special about this one. All right. I am so thirsty this evening. Let me bring in that other card. Okay, and let's see, now let's do a Night of Navy layer. So this is the Night of Navy, yeah, and let's measure this one. This is measuring 4 inches by 5 1/4. All right, so if you're writing that down, that's gonna be your next layer that you're gonna put on the card base, okay? And then I'm just gonna add my Stampin' Seal here. I'm getting used to my Stampin' Seal now, learning how to hold it and how to use it. My grid paper is going everywhere. All right, so we are going to center this, okay? Now, if you're just joining us this evening and you are brand new, please say hello, tell us where you're from. I'm going to be giving away this card tonight, and you've got to comment to get in the drawing, okay? All right, now we're gonna add the gold foil. I love the gold foil with the kit, you know, using this color with the kit. All right, let's measure the gold foil. And this is going to be 3 3/4 by 5 inches, all right? And then we're just gonna add that Stampin' Seal there. And I tell you what I'm gonna do, this is driving me crazy. I am going to add some seal there. Let me zoom out a little bit. All right, sorry about that. I'm just trying to get everything straight. Okay, so the gold is next. We'll go ahead and we'll get that centered on here. All right. And that should do it. I might be a little off there. And then designer paper. Now this, I love this piece too. I love every single piece of this paper. This is going to measure 3 5/8. And then 4 7/8, okay? And then again, we're gonna add some seal here. Make sure my card is opening correctly and make sure my paper is in the correct position. And then you've got about 1/8 of an inch of gold foil going around that designer paper, okay? So that's what you have so far. And we're gonna go ahead, we forgot to do this, but we wanna stamp this piece. This will be the next piece that we work on. I've got a little piece of adhesive there. Let me bring the pad in. I love this little die cut. And I think you get 2 of each die cut, but they're like 6 sheets of die cut, so. All right, and this one says, a bunch of birthday love to you. And my mother-in-law turned 80 last week. And this is going to be her birthday card. All right, so I have one that I can mail and one that is one person will win this tonight. I'm gonna go ahead and add this crazy ribbon. It's kind of shabby chic. Kind of see the edges of that. Hello, Jean, welcome. Good to have you tonight from Florida. Nice to have you. All right, so for measuring this one, I'm gonna say this much, okay? It's a little long and we're probably gonna trim it some more, okay? So about that much. And then, you know what I did not bring over here? I need to get this gold twine. So if you all will give me a second, you can look at the card. I'm gonna grab the twine. Okay, so this gold trim, I should call it trim and not twine. This was part of a, it's in the annual book and it's part of a combo pack and I'm trying to remember which one it is. But I grabbed that because you know there's lots of gold in the die cut accent. So, all right, so I'm gonna use this and I'm gonna cut off about this much. Okay, I'm not gonna measure it. It's probably 10 inches, something like that. Just as much as you need for tying a bow. And then I'm gonna take this, okay? And I'm basically tying a bow. That's pretty much all I'm doing. All right, I make it really tight. All right, and I'm gonna kind of straighten it up a little bit. Make it really tight again. And then I'm gonna make this bow. Okay, so that's the bow right there. And then I'm gonna start adjusting the loops on the bow. And I think that'll do it. And it's funny, with this trim, whenever you trim it, it starts to fray. And I'm not sure why. I guess because it's not cording, right? All right, and now I'm gonna trim this a little bit, make it a little bit shorter. Okay, and so then that is gonna be ready for popping up. All right, so that's what we'll do next, okay? Okay, and yes, I am really using my dimensionals. What fun, what fun. Okay. So yeah, the first thing I'm gonna do, ladies, I'm gonna get this tag on here and then we're gonna start placing all the dies, all the different die cuts, okay? So I think that'll work, maybe, yep, that ought to work about right there, okay? All right. Toddy, do you remember the combo pack that gold twine comes with? I think it comes with another ribbon. I really do. All right, so I'm gonna get out my garden green pieces. Just love all of these. And then I'm gonna shake out my little flowers because I went on and cut those. Okay. Let's see, I had cut 3. I only need 2 tonight, so I'll just save it. All right. I'm so glad you like it, Carol. It's from the catalog. It's literally from the catalog on a gold pizza box. So I liked it too. All right, so this is gonna be our first die. And by the way, we're gonna pop up these little things, okay? All right, so we're popping up this one and I'm just putting dimensionals on the back there. And then I'm gonna trim off this stem, all right? And then I'll probably like put it, let's see now, let's see. Oh, you know what? I have a dimensional right there, so hang tight. All right. Okay. And this is the sample, by the way, but I've got a dimensional right there, and it's really, let me see. I can probably, not that it really matters. All right, hang tight. Have you ever had to do this? Okay, there we go. Okay. And then we need that leafy flower, which I don't see. Let me see if it's in my pack. If not, we will look for it because I really like this one a lot. All right, these are my die cuts. So let's go in this little bag and see if I can find that real leafy one. Aha, here it is. Let's see, or it was. That's not it. That's not it. I just saw it. Just saw it. Okay, up. Just saw it again. I'm just gonna pull them all out, I guess. There we go. Gosh, I let go of it again. Hang tight. There it is. Love that. So you see how many, I mean, there are tons of die cuts here. I know, Laura, it's always something, right? Always. All right, so for the leafy one, I'm just gonna put the dimensional at the top of it so that I can tuck this under here, okay? So let's see. And you, honestly, you might find it easier to put your leaves in first. There we go. Okay, so now we've got that one done. Now this one I am gonna cut, and it's actually going to have a glue dot, okay? And I'll put the glue dot on the front of it. And then I'm going in here. It's that dimensional again. I really put that in the wrong place. Okay. All right, so there we go. And I'm gonna pop something else. Let's pop this thing up so this leaf doesn't stick up, okay? There we go. That'll work, okay? And then, did I take my little flowers out? I think I did, but all right, let's use a mini dimensional here. Okay, oh yeah, there's my flowers. They are right on top. I'm just a mess with all the die cuts. All right, and let's see, where do I want to put this? I think I'm gonna put it right there this time, okay? All right, now I'm gonna go up here and I am going to put the dimensional here. I'm gonna tuck this in. Okay, let's see here. Now that one's in the way. Let's see if I can lift up on it. Yep. Okay, and then this one we're not using, and this one we're not using, so I do want to put these away real quick. Yes. Oh my. Oh, so this gold twine is from Forever Greenery. That's what it's from. That's sweet. Thank you, Toddy. Thank you. All right, this one's gonna work just fine. I'm gonna put a dimensional here at the top of the palm. And then I'm just gonna tuck that in about right there. All right. And then we've got our envelope. And what do you say if we stamp this one too? Oops, we got to do another flower. All right, now I don't want you all to go anywhere, okay? Because we're about finished, and we're going to draw names for the 2 cards tonight, okay? All right. So here's our envelope. And we're actually going to do the same vase because that's what I have over here right now at my table. There are like 3 different vases in this stamp set. All right, and now we're going to need the garden green. Thank you, Tina. I'm glad you liked the card. Thank you so much. And now we'll add the greenery right here. Okay. I'm using one of my older ink pads tonight. All right, and that will go with that. All right. So these are the 2 cards that I'm gonna give away. Okay, and of course this one has the coordinating envelope as well.